So thank you very much for accepting our substitution.
Yeah, we've had fun.
Yeah, and we are going. We're not going to be here because we'll be in Sweden.
All right, is everybody ready?
Well, we've been getting ready. So. All right.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Sup, boy?
I'm Samantha, and this is Alex, and
Hey,
this is Lindy 3.
With a W.
Alex. A-Kicks.
No, W.
Anyway, this is Lindy 3, week 3 of June 2013.
Yep.
And here's what we did today.
So we continued on
Two-handed.
kind of the two-handed theme that we've been doing kind of by accident, and we started with
A barrel roll.
a barrel roll,
With a
a 6-count barrel roll.
With a rotational rock step.
So we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6 from the other angle. So from another angle still, so you can see the rock step a little bit better. I'm going up and then down a little bit with my hand.
So follows, make sure you travel down the line when you do that, and you want to aim past the lead instead of across the lead.
Yeah, what we saw some where the follow was going over there, and the lead was kind of doing what he was supposed to be doing, but
T-bone.
he got messed up. T-bone. That's my rap. T-bone. Then we also saw some where people basically just stood still. So we want, as much as possible, we want to give our follow a reason to go forward, and then have our follow actually take that and not lose it until she feels that reason to.
Then we did this turn with the pass.
Yep. We did a tuck turn with a barrel roll. And we talked, where we end up was a little bit more fluid. We talked a little bit about how, if we start here, we'll probably end up somewhere here-ish. That's not super important. We just mostly wanted to make sure that it was nice and comfy, that we ended up facing each other. And on this one and the previous one, it's very important, in fact in all of them, it's very important that we keep our arms pretty loose. We don't want to try to crank it around as we go, because that becomes
Yeah, you just need to start the follow-up. You don't need to keep her going.
Yep.
And then we did this one.
Oh, and another thing, sorry, that I did say was to try to be late with it. And let it just kind of fall into place. Because if you try to be late, it'll probably be on time. If you try to be on time, it's going to be early. Yeah. Then we had
This last one.
where I catch the hip instead of letting go. And then we're just triple stepping in a circle.
Follows, you want to keep your right arm angled towards the lead back so you're not going out in a straight line. You want to be going in a circle as well.
Leads, we talked about having my left hand just above my shoulder.
And keeping it steady.
Keeping it steady, we don't want it to be bouncing all over the place. We also had, I've got to make sure I grab that hip, because if I don't, I am arm barring my follow into going in a circle. We also talked a little bit about, I want that circle that I go in to be very tight, so that I look like a stooge, rather than a big one, because then my follow ends up behind me, and it looks like this. Yeah, so I need to stay tight with her.
Yeah. And then bonus homework.
No, we also have the way to get out of it.
Oh, way to get out of it, right?
So we get out of it when I'm triple stepping on my left, I can let go. And then we just triple step so we're fixing, and then we can do whatever we want. The bonus
was a way to get out of it, a variation.
If you want to try to figure this out, or if you have questions about it, same move. We go in the circle, we triple step till we don't feel like triple stepping anymore, and then, yep,
Sort of.
yeah, sort of.
Thank you.
All right, thanks guys.